Excel 2016 Module 3, pages 145 through 148. Okay, you have some reading to do. Let's take a look at page 145. And you need to read everything on 145 to the top of page 146 before you go on any farther, because it has to do with our function library and our insert function dialog box, which we'll be using for the rest of the class. So go ahead and read that before we do anything else. All right, on page 146, to calculate the minimum and maximum yield, step number 1, click cell B7. On the ribbon, click the Formulas tab. Okay, so up under Ribbon, click Formulas. The function library group has buttons for some of the more commonly used categories of functions. Step number 3, in the function library group, which is right here, click the More Functions button. That's right here. See where it says More Functions? Point to Statistical. Cascading menu will show up for you. And it opens a list of all the functions in the statistical category. Step number 4, scroll down the list, they're in alphabetical order, and click Min. So I'm going to scroll down right there. Do you see it? Again, they're in alphabetical order, so just scroll down until you see Min. When you touch it, it's going to light up and it's going to give you an explanation. Go ahead and click that. The function arguments dialog box opens, showing the arguments for the min function and a brief description of the function syntax. Step number 5, with the entry for the number 1 argument highlighted, which is right there, we're going to click the E column. So again, you can just grab this in the blue. Anytime you have a title bar up here, you can just grab it in the blue and give it a shove if it's on top of your column like mine was. Okay, and we're going to come right over here to E. You know how to do this, and go on your column header, black down pointing arrow, click it, and the cell reference becomes E to E in your number 1 input box. Right now, go ahead and take a look at figure 3-10 on page 146 and make sure that your function's argument dialog box matches what they have in the textbook. At the top of page 147, click the OK button. And your formula should return a value of 102, which is the minimum value in column E. All right, in cell B8, complete the steps, but this time we're going to use the max function. And I have to tell you, I'm going to show you how to do it in a little bit easier way. It's good for you to learn how to use that, but we're just going to type in equals max, and you're going to see it start to come up. You're going to double click max. So it says equals max, open paren, and then we're going to get on the top of column E on that header, hit that little black down pointing arrow, click it, and it says equals max, open paren, E through E. Let's go ahead and close that off with a closed parentheses and press your Enter key, and the value that should be returned is 187. So essentially doing the same thing. We did it with min here, we did it with max here, but I just showed you a little faster way to do it. But it is important that you learn that you click on your Formulas tab and you can go to more functions and you can get all of your different formulas from there. So both work just fine. All right, go ahead and read in the middle of page 147. Make sure you read all this stuff in this chapter, you guys. I just can't stress this enough. There's so much information in here. All right, go ahead and click on cell B9. And this time, we're going to come up here, right here. Do you see this Insert Function button? Okay, it's just to the left of your formula bar. Go ahead and click that. Now this one brings up your Insert Function dialog box. This is just yet another way to find the formula that you need. In the search for, see it says search for a function, and it's all highlighted so you can just start typing. Type middle value. Spell it right, Kathy. And then press go. Okay. And a list of the functions that will give you that are going to pop up. And go ahead and turn to page 148. Step number 4. In the select a function box, we want the median. See it right there? So select median and then hit, and by the way, remember it always shows you what it really does. So if you don't know what median means, it tells you right here. Go ahead and click OK. And we want the median of what? We want the median of column E. So you just click on that header, right? And when you make sure this says your number one says E through E, you go ahead and click OK. And before you click OK, take a look right here. It tells you what the answer is going to be, okay, to like give you a clue, because if this said 0, we would know there was something wrong with our formula. And the textbook has the value that should be returned. It tells you it's 175. So before you even hit OK, you can make sure that it says 175 right there. Go ahead and hit OK, and we return a value of 175. Okay, that is the last portion of this video. So go ahead and hit save, and you're ready to move on to your next video.